Imagine this, a peaceful morning in a suburban neighborhood, the kind where birds chirp and lawns are manicured to perfection. Inside a modest home, sunlight spills through the blinds, painting golden stripes across a worn-out couch. Tools are scattered on a coffee table next to a steaming mug of coffee. Jason, a rugged guy in his mid-40s with grease-stained hands from his mechanic gig, flips through a car magazine, his boots propped up like he owns the place, which he does. Across the room, Lucia, his wife, early 40s, sharp-witted and fierce, sits in her wheelchair, her fingers flying over a laptop keyboard. She's been in that chair since a car accident messed up her spine 8 years ago, but don't let that fool you. She's a force of nature. Beside her, Max, their German shepherd, a retired police K-9 with soulful eyes and a vest hanging on the wall, sprawls across the rug, ears twitching at every sound. This is where our story starts, and trust me, it's about to get wild. Jason, grinning, glancing at Lucia, full script, kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. That's what I'd say if I had a YouTube gig, babe. Maybe I should start one. Record all this HOA craziness. Lucia, rolling her eyes, focused on her screen. Stick to fixing engines, Jason. The world doesn't need your prayers on camera. They need my research. These HOA jerks are relentless. Jason, leaning back, still at it, huh? Thought we shut M down last month when we told M to shove their membership fees. What's new? Lucia, smirking darkly. Oh, they sent another fine yesterday. $200 this time. Claim my van's an eyesore, parked in our own driveway. I'm not joining their little dictator club, and I'm not paying a cent. Jason chuckles, shaking his head. Lucia's been at war with the HOA since they moved in 2 years ago, refusing to sign their contract, dodging their rules about grass height and trash cans. But then, a loud clink echoes from outside, sharp and metallic. Max bolts upright, a low growl rumbling in his throat. Jason drops the magazine and lumbers to the window, yanking the blinds aside. Jason, shocked, voice rising, son of a Lucia, they're towing your van. Right now. Lucia, wheels spinning as she grabs Max's leash. What? Oh, hell no. Max, heel. Jason, get the door, move. Jason flings the front door open, the hinges squeaking. Lucia rolls out fast, Max trotting beside her, his muscles tense. The camera, well, your imagination, follows them into the chaos. Act 1. The tow truck showdown. EXT front yard continuous. The scene outside is a suburban nightmare. A beat-up tow truck idles in their driveway, its rusty hook already clamped onto Lucia's accessible van, custom-built with a ramp and hand controls, her lifeline to independence. Mike, a scruffy 20-something tow driver with earbuds dangling, works the controls like he's playing a video game, oblivious to the storm brewing. Karen, 50s, the HOA president, stands nearby in a pristine blazer, her blonde bob perfect, clutching a clipboard like it's a scepter. Her lips curl in a smug, triumphant sneer. Neighbors peek from porches, some in pajamas, others with phones already recording. Jason, storming forward, voice booming, hey, that's my wife's van. She's disabled. You can't just take it, you jackass. Mike, shrugging, not looking up, HOA orders, man. I don't make the calls, I just hook him and go. Take it up with her. Karen steps forward, her heels clicking on the pavement, radiating authority. Karen, calmly but venomous. Actually, Jason, it's well within our rights. Lucia refused to join the HOA or pay the fines for parking that monstrosity improperly. Our bylaws, signed by every compliant homeowner, allow us to tow non-compliant vehicles. Lucia, rolling up, Max growling softly. Improperly? It's in my driveway, you petty control freak. That monstrosity gets me to my doctor's appointments, my groceries, my damn life. You've got no shame, do you? Karen doesn't flinch, her eyes narrowing like a predator, sizing up prey. Karen, coldly, rules are rules, Lucia. You should have thought about that before rejecting our community's standards. Non-members don't get special treatment. If anything, you're lucky we didn't fine you more for that overgrown lawn last week. Jason steps closer to Mike, his fists clenched, towering over the kid. Mike pauses, glancing nervously between them. Jason, you've got no right to. Karen. Cutting him off, sharp. We have every right. Private property laws back us up. Our covenants are ironclad. Maybe if you'd joined the HOA, we'd have been more understanding. Too late now. Lucia pulls out her phone, her hands steady despite her fury. She hits record, the screen glowing as she aims it at Karen. Lucia. Smile for the camera, Karen. This is going viral. Towing a disabled woman's van over your power trip? Real classy move. Let's see how your precious HOA likes the spotlight. Karen. Snapping, stepping forward. Turn that off. You're the one breaking the rules here, not me. Filming without consent. Lucia. Cutting her off. Public property, sweetheart. My driveway, my rights. Say. HOA. The tow truck lurches forward with a groan, dragging the van off the driveway and onto the street. Tires screech faintly as it pulls away. Lucia's jaw tightens, her eyes blazing with defiance. Max presses against her chair, sensing her tension. Lucia. Under her breath. You just messed with the wrong cripple, lady. Game on. Jason turns to Lucia, his face a mix of rage and admiration. Jason, full script, kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. Gonna say that when we bury these clowns. What's next, babe? Lucia. Gritting her teeth, we fight. Hard. Act 2. Rallying the troops. Int. Living room, afternoon. Back inside, the mood is electric. Lucia's parked at the coffee table, scrolling X on her laptop. Her video's already at 10,000 views, comments flooding in. HOA Karen's a monster. This is outrageous. Hashtag HOA Karen is trending. Jason paces, cracking his knuckles like he's ready to punch something or someone. Tom, late 30s, an ex-cop with a lean frame and a buzz cut, sits on the couch, flipping through a stack of HOA documents he brought over. He's Max's old handler from the force, a guy who owes Lucia a favor after she helped him through a rough patch. Max lies at Lucia's feet, ears perked, tail thumping occasionally. Tom. Pointing at a page. Okay, here's the deal. Karen's not wrong. Their bylaws do allow towing for violations. It's buried in Section 12, Paragraph 3. Vehicles deemed non-compliant may be removed at owner's expense. Sneaky but legal. Lucia. Nodding, figures. But targeting a disabled person's vehicle? That's gotta cross a line somewhere. Tom. Grinning, oh, it might. The ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, could give you a case. If that van's your mobility aid, towing it might be discrimination. We'd need a lawyer to nail it, but it's a start. Jason. Pausing his pacing, lawyers take forever. She needs that van now, Tom. Lucia. Determined, exactly. The video's blowing up, people are pissed. I've got messages from folks offering to protest. But I'm not waiting for the internet to save me. I want my van back today. Jason. Grinning, that's my girl. What's the play, genius? Lucia. Eyes glinting. Karen thinks she's untouchable with her clipboard and her bylaws. Let's show her what happens when you poke the wrong bear. Tom, you still tight with the K-9 unit? Tom leans back, a slow smirk spreading across his face. Tom. Oh yeah. My old squad owes me big after I covered for M on that stakeout mess last year. Long story. Involved a raccoon and a dumpster fire. What's brewing in that head of yours? Lucia. A demonstration. Nothing illegal, just persuasive. Max and his buddies could use some exercise, right? Scare the HOA straight. Tom. Laughing. You're diabolical, Lucia. I love it. I can get Dan, Lisa, and Carlos, 3 of the best handlers on the force. Their dogs are legends. Rusty, Bella, and Duke. Jason. Clapping Tom on the shoulder. Full script, kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. That's what I'll say when we roll up with the dogs. Let's do this. Max barks once, sharp and approving, his tail wagging furiously. Lucia smiles, a rare, dangerous smile. Lucia. Perfect. HOA meetings tonight. We crash it. Karen won't know what hit her. Act 3. The HOA Showdown. EXT, Community Center, evening. The community center is a bland box of a building, its windows glowing under fluorescent lights. Inside, the HOA meeting is in full swing. Karen stands at a podium, her voice shrill as she addresses a restless crowd of homeowners. About 30 people, some nodding, others shifting uncomfortably in their folding chairs. Karen, gesturing grandly, "These non-members threaten our property values. Towing that van was a necessary enforcement of our standards. We can't let people like Lucia drag down our community." Homeowner number 1, MRS. Patel, interrupting, arms crossed. "But she's disabled, Karen. My daughter showed me the video, it's awful. How you justify that?" Karen, flustered, clutching her clipboard. "That's irrelevant. Rules apply to everyone. If we start making exceptions, the whole system falls apart." The double doors slam open with a bang. Lucia rolls in, Max at her side, his ears up and eyes locked on Karen. Jason follows, hands in his pockets, but grinning like a kid on Christmas. Tom's next, cool and collected. Behind them, 3 police officers, Officer Dan, 40s, burly, Officer Lisa, 30s, wiry, and Officer Carlos, 30s, calm, stride in with their K-9 partners. Rusty, a stocky Malinois, Bella, a sleek German Shepherd, and Duke, a massive Rottweiler. All wear vests, tails wagging but postures alert. Lucia, loudly, voice cutting through, "Evening, everyone. Thought I'd bring some friends to chat about your standards." Karen, stammering, stepping back. This is a private meeting. You can't just barge in here." Officer Dan, calmly, hand on Rusty's leash, "Ma'am, we're here on a tip about a potential civil rights violation. Mind if we observe?" Just keeping the peace. The K-9 sit in unison, a line of fur and muscle staring down Karen. The room erupts in whispers, some shocked, some thrilled. Phones come out, recording. Lucia, rolling forward, facing Karen. "You towed my van because I wouldn't join your HOA cult. You left me stranded, thinking you'd win with your precious rules. Now you've got a viral scandal, #Hokrans trending, by the way, and this to explain. Return my van, or we escalate." Karen, defiant, voice shaking, "You're bluffing. This is harassment. I'll call the real police." Officer Lisa, dryly, "We are the real police, ma'am. Off duty, sure, but we've got badges if you need to see 'em." Tom steps forward, his grin wicked. "Tom, Max, demo." Max leaps into action. He sits, barks twice on command, then guards Lucia, pacing a tight circle around her chair, his eyes never leaving Karen. Rusty, Bella, and Duke join in, a synchronized routine straight out of a training drill. Rusty leaps over an imaginary obstacle. Bella spins and sits. Duke lets out a deep, rumbling bark. It's disciplined, intimidating, and absolutely badass. Homeowner number 2, Mr. Garcia, awed, standing up. "Holy crap, that's incredible. Karen, give her the damn van back. This is insane." Homeowner number 3, Sophia, filming, grinning. "This is gold. I'm posting it now. #Hokrans done for." The crowd shifts, clapping, jeering, some shouting at Karen. Her face turns beet red, her clipboard trembling in her hands. Karen, hissing, cornered, "Fine. You'll get your stupid van back. But this isn't over. I'll sue you for defamation." Lucia, smirking, "Good luck with that. Check X lately? Your HOA's toast." Jason, laughing, "Full script, kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. Gonna say that when we drive out of here, babe." The officers nod to Lucia, tipping their hats. The crowd cheers as Karen storms off, defeated. Act 4. Victory and Aftermath. EXT, Tow Lot Night. The tow lot is a gritty patch of asphalt under flickering streetlights, surrounded by chain-link fencing. Karen stands there, humiliated, handing over the van keys as neighbors film on their phones. The officers and K-9s linger nearby, ensuring she follows through. Lucia takes the keys, her chin high, Max pressing against her chair. Lucia, to Karen next time, Pick on someone your own size. Or better yet, don't. You're done here. Karen, muttering venomous. You'll regret this. I've got lawyers. Jason, cutting her off, laughing. Oh, it's over, lady. Full script. Kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. That's for the win right there. Check the internet. Your HOA's a laughingstock. The van rolls out. Jason at the wheel, Lucia in the passenger seat, Max sprawled in the back. The crowd cheers, some chanting Lucia's name. The officers wave, their dogs barking happily as they load up. Tom. To Lucia, leaning in the window. You're a legend, you know that? Remind me never to cross you. Lucia. Smiling. Too late for that, Tom. Let's go home.
Int.
Living room. Next morning, April 2nd, 2025. The sun's up again, streaming through the blinds. Lucia scrolls X on her laptop. Hashtag HOA Karen has sparked a nationwide debate about HOA overreach. Comments pour in. Lucia's a hero. Down with HOAs. Jason brings her coffee, still grinning. Jason. Teasing, you're famous now, babe. Gonna run for president? Full script. Kindly subscribe my channel. I will pray for your parents. That's my victory line now. Lucia. Laughing, nah. Just want my van and my peace. But if they try this again. She trails off, petting Max, who nudges her hand proudly. The camera lingers on them, a family that fought and won. Word count and why.